and welcome. If you're new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. Today we're going to see a wedding guest makeup look for this summer. So summer is already here and we always sweat. So today we're going to see a makeup which will help you to long last during an occasion and to keep it sweat proof and also to keep that glow remaining. So let's get started. So as a first step, you need to really cleanse your face really well to remove the oil and dirt, which I have already done. You can either use a proper cleanser, or you can use a face scrub, or if you have time you can go ahead and use a face mask as well for some time, so your face is really fresh and it's out of dirt and oiliness. And the next step is moisturizing. So this video is mainly for oily skin people because my skin is oily. So I'm going to give you some tips which will help you to keep your face really fresh during this summer, especially for oily skin people. So moisturizing is the next step, and for that I'm going to be using this Neutriderm moisturizer. This is a great one for keeping that matte finish look, and any moisturizer which suits you can go ahead and try. But I really love this, especially when I use makeup. I use this moisturizer, so you can use this if you want. So this is the Neutriderm moisturizing lotion. So moisturizing is a really important step. Your skin needs to be really moisturized for the makeup to last for a longer time, and it keeps your skin really hydrated. Especially dry skin people, you need to use the right moisturizer which doesn't dry out your skin, because as your skin dries out, your makeup also will fall out. So moisturize your face very well, your under eyes, around the eyes, face, neck. So this is the main base which will help your makeup to last for a longer time and keep your skin really moisturizing and hydrating. So this look which I'm going to do today is mainly for an evening wedding guest makeup look. So if you're doing it for a daytime, this makeup will still go well, but however sunscreen is a must. So after moisturizing, please ensure you use a sunscreen. And next, I'm prepping my lips. You can use any lip balm. So I'm using this Wishcare lip balm. This is really great. It will keep your lips very much hydrated, and it has got SPF 50 as well. So for daytime, it's really good. And the next step is to use a primer. So primer will help a lot to hold on your makeup for a longer time. It's a very good base. So for an oily skin person, this primer is a really great one and affordable one. So this is the Prep Me Up face primer from Nykaa. So it's a really good one. You should definitely give it a try. So today I'm going to be using this. You can apply it all over your face. You don't have to apply too much, just a pump of this is more than sufficient. Next step is color correcting. So I'm going to be using an orange corrector for my under eye areas and the pigmented areas around the mouth. So for that I'm going to be using this color corrector, the orange corrector from Typsy Beauty. So I have used it a couple of times and I really liked it. So today let's try this. So again, you don't have to apply too much because it might look too much orangish. So just apply a little bit wherever required. You can use your fingers to blend it, but I just use this small brush first just to apply it all over the areas. Now I'm taking a wet makeup sponge. So this is almost 80% wet. So I'm going to blend it well. So blending is very important. So it doesn't, your concealer or makeup doesn't really crease. So once you apply the product, just blend it well. Next we'll move on to the foundation. So today I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I'm really in love with this foundation because the finish which you get from this is absolutely great. For an oily skin person especially, this is such a great foundation. It is expensive of course, but the foundations which I've used so far, this is absolutely great. You should definitely give it a try if you want to invest on a good foundation. So I have used it at least 3 to 4 times. It lasts really the whole day. The glow is there, the matte finish is there, and your face never becomes dull at all. Shade which I have is 8 Warm, so I'm going to be using this today. So it's like a medium to buildable coverage. So today I'm going to do a little bit, fuller coverage kind of a look, considering it for a wedding guest makeup. So first I'll apply it with my fingers. So first I'm going to be using a blending brush to blend the foundation. So these fuller coverage foundations you need to blend in immediately after applying, else it will become kind of patchy. Might look light initially, but as you settle in with the rest of your makeup, it will go really well. So this foundation is very lightweight, so I have applied more product now, but still I don't feel my skin very heavy as such. So you can blend it well with the foundation brush first, and if required you can use the the makeup blender as well. So I will take the makeup blender and blend it even better. So as I said, blending is very important, so your makeup doesn't look patchy or it doesn't crease much. You can see the coverage you get from this foundation. I really love the coverage part as well. So next I'm going to be using a concealer. So this is a lighter shade concealer. It's more like a highlighting shade concealer. I usually use a darker shade concealer before the foundation, but this foundation is a fuller coverage and I've used a proper amount of orange corrector. So I'm going to be using just one concealer. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I have the shade Sand. So as I said, this is a little bit lighter shade for highlighting purpose, and this one is absolutely great. I really love this one as well. But you shouldn't apply too much of this product, it might crease. So very little is more than sufficient to get that wonderful finish. And I'll use a concealer brush to blend it. So you blend it in the outer area and then take a little bit inside. So just do it in a dabbing motion. So again, when we talk about sweat-proof makeup, it doesn't mean that you will not sweat when you apply this makeup. It's just that how this makeup will still, show up well even if you sweat. So that's what sweat-proof makeup means. So I will blend it again with this beauty blender. So next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this M.A.C Prep Plus Prime Fix It Spray. So before we go ahead with the next step of the makeup products, I'm going to be using this. So this will help you to keep your makeup for a longer time. And you can take a beauty blender and just dab it. Okay, next step, I'm going to be doing a little bit of contouring, and for that I'm going to be using the Sugar Contour Stick, and this is of shade Espresso Edge. Again, this is a really great product. It's a cream base, but still, you can, it will go well for oily skin people as well. So I'm applying a little bit, just, to get that, a proper shape for the face. Blend it well. So this step is optional. If you really like, if you really want to do contouring, you can go ahead. Else you can completely skip this step if you want. But contouring will give you a nice, shape for your face. So this is the base makeup. So let's go ahead and set this base. So I'm going to be using a powder for this, a loose powder. And for that, I'm going to be using this Just Herbs pink powder. I'm actually in love with this powder nowadays. I've tried it 2 weeks back and I've been using this a lot. It's giving a really good finish. So this is how the powder is. It actually comes with a puff as well. I somehow don't find it. So I'm going to be using a puff. And I'll take a bit of this powder and I'll set the base. This is also great for daily use as well. And I will take a brush to just dust off the excess. This powder gives a glow as well, and it keeps your skin really that mattified feel. Next, let's do some eye makeup, and first we'll start with the brows. I usually don't do brows much. Mine is actually a little bit thicker, but when you apply the makeup, the color of the eyebrows change completely. So for that purpose, I'm going to be doing a little bit of touch up. So for that, I'm using this Maybelline's Brow Blend pencil. And for the eye makeup, I'm going to be using this Lakme's Absolute Spotlight eyeshadow palette. So this has, I think this is of shade Smoke and Glam. So these are the shades which are there. So actually it's got all the shades which you need to do any kind of eye makeup. So today, as I said, I'm going to do a very light eye makeup, not too much, because I really don't do much of eye makeup nowadays. So first I'm going to do a little bit of base with the brown shade. So for that I'm going to be using this. This one is a quite pigmented palette. Next I'll try a little bit darker shade. Now I'll take a kind of a shimmery shade. I'll just use my fingers for it, and I'll apply it in the inner corners. That's it. I'm not gonna do much. I'll take a little bit of this dark brown shade, and I'm not gonna be using an eyeliner today. I'll just apply it in the corners over here. Get that look. Next, I'll use a kajal, and for that I'm using this M.A.C kajal. I use it a lot. I usually don't use much kajal because after washing it gives you that kind of a panda eye, so I really don't like it. But this is a wedding guest look, so kajal is a must. So if you want more, brighter looking eyes, you can still do a little bit more like the winged eyeliners and all those things. But I really don't do much of eye makeup, so this is the max I do. So next is the mascara, which is a must for me. So first I will just curl my lashes. And for mascara, it is always best to use waterproof mascara, especially during the summer days. So in case you sweat and you just wipe off, it shouldn't just come off like that. So use a waterproof mascara. Today I'm using this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and this is the mini version which I have, and I really loved it. This gives you nice volume and it lasts for a long time. It's waterproof. I'll take a little bit more from the eyeshadow palette, the brown shade, to apply it in the lower corners. And I'm going to take a highlighting shade to apply it in the inner corner of my eyes. Next, I'm going to be using a little bit of blush, and for that I'm going to be using this K-Beauty's blush, and this is of shade Tickle Pink. This is like super highly pigmented blush, so a little bit is more than sufficient. So I'm just taking a little bit on my brush and dabbing it a little, and then on my cheekbones I'm applying a little bit. So it depends on your requirement of how much blush you need. If you really like blushes, you can apply more. If you want a very subtle look, you can go for probably a kind of a brownish shades blushes. I'm also going to do a little bit of bronzing, and again for that I'm going to be using this K-Beauty's palette. So this is a contour bronze palette, so these three shades are there. So I'm going to take that warmer toned from this, and I'll apply it just over here to get that kind of sun-kissed look. So this is the shade which I'm going to take for that. So I'll use the same contour brush, and I'll apply it over here. I did not do the nose contouring today, so I'm going to be using this shade now and do a little bit of nose contouring. So I'm taking this angled brush. And finally to the lips. So lips is more important because when you go for a wedding or something, you eat and your lipstick all goes off. So layering is will help a lot to make your lipstick stay for a long time. So first I'm going to be lining my lips, and for that I'm going to be using this Nykaa's Lips Don't Lie. This is like amazing lip liner. It's a little bit expensive compared to other lip liners like Mars and Swiss Beauty, but it's definitely good. Glides in very well. And this shade is like really good. I think this is Heartbreaker. And next, I'm going to be using a kind of a brown shade on top of this. So I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible lipstick, and I have the shade Lazy Sunday. So this is a kind of a brownish shade. So first I use this. And on top of that, I'm going to be using a lighter shade. This is from K-Beauty again, and I have the shade Honor. And this is also very nice. It's almost similar to the outfit I'm wearing. This is definitely an amazing lipstick. I've used it a lot. If you want a light shade lipstick, you can definitely use. But for wedding, I think if you wear these kind of bold colors, it will definitely look good. And the final step is the setting spray. So I have this NYX Matte Finish setting spray. This is great for oily skin person, and I've been using this a lot. It's definitely great. So let's use this now. So it's got a kind of smell. It's still okay. Brush and just dab it. And one last product which I really love it during these kind of makeup is this product. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter. So I use it as a highlighter. So it's really great. I really love it. So I'll apply a little bit on my high points here. You can blend it with your fingers so it doesn't move your makeup. That glow is like just amazing. It's that subtle glow which you get. You can see that. So in this course of the makeup video, I'll show you what I've noticed. A little bit of white hair for me popping out. So I have a tip for that. So I use this Rini cover up. So because I can't be coloring my hair frequently, and when I go out and when I really need to cover up these hairs, I use this. So this is a nice dark brown shade, and it's got this sponge here. So you just dab in. Just dabbing over here. Ta-da! That's a quick cover up. So you can use this wherever required, not too much, whichever is just visible for you, you can just use it. So I'll use a little bit over here. So this is the final look with ornaments, bindi and rest of it, and I really love this look. So I've used this a couple of times, the products which I've used, and it definitely lasts the whole occasion. The glow is there, and it is sweat-proof. Sweat-proof, as I said, it doesn't mean that it won't sweat, but even if you sweat and you just use a tissue paper and just dab it, your makeup will not just go away. The makeup will still remain there, and the glow is there, and it definitely lasts for a longer time. So if you are staying in a sunny place, even for daytime, this makeup will definitely suit well. So the products which I have used are definitely good. I will provide all the details which I have used in today's video in the description. You can have a look at it. I hope you liked this video and it was useful. If you liked it, please click on like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and have a great day ahead.